like to greet all human beings all around the world with the universal greetings of peace and the blessings of God be with you. Doesn't matter what your political, philosophical, personal, or religious beliefs may be. Doesn't matter if you're the richest or the poorest person on the face of this earth. It doesn't even matter whether you proclaim toughest to the proclaim weakest person on the face of this earth. It doesn't matter if you light-skinned or dark-skinned. It doesn't matter what your nationality, your race, nor your creed may be. It doesn't matter whether you like me nor my YouTube channel, which is Raymond, R-A-Y-M-O-N-D, I-V-I-V-Y. I greet all you all with that same universal greetings of peace and the blessings of God be with you. Tonight happened to be May the 11th, 2021. The time being about 8:07 p.m. If you notice, I got on what I call my Black History Month. I mean, not my Black History Month, but my Black History t-shirt. I'm wearing it for a reason, even though I celebrate Black History 365 days a year, 366 days every leap year or every even fourth year. I'm wearing it for a reason because some people, they celebrate this here during the month of February, the most shortest month as it in the calendar. And when they be celebrating it, they celebrate it to be seen or just as a tradition. They don't celebrate it as if looking at the history of most of these people on here, with the exception of Barack Obama, they dead. Either got killed or they died. They died, you know, still standing up for the struggle. It's really sad. I'm going to tell y'all why, because, you know, I've been living in the South, down here in Southeast Missouri, the Boot Heel. Most people that know it, they want to be straight up 100. You see what I'm saying? They know this is one of the most racist places in the state of Missouri, probably in the country. You see what I'm saying? I'm here in Charleston, Missouri, Mississippi County. But I want to try to show blacks something. You know, those blacks that's not in what I call mental slavery. You see, some blacks don't want to accept what's going on. You follow what I'm saying? When you say you're a Democrat, you know, all Democrats is not for the people. When you say you're a Republican, all Republicans ain't against the people. When I say the people, the black people. You see what I'm saying? I ain't saying all of them for them either. You see what I'm saying? But I want you to just take a good look, especially Chicago, Illinois. You see, when Barack Obama, before he became president or even a senator, you remember y'all seen him in the black neighborhoods talking about the slum lords and talking about the movement. You see what I'm saying? Once you got him into the presidency, you see what I'm saying? All of that just about ended. You follow what I'm saying? He wasn't for certain rights, but when he was going to get re-elected, he didn't care what type of rights it was. It wasn't no God, in God we trust no more, and I ain't got to say no more on that. But I want you to pay close attention, Chicago, Illinois, and some of the other places, but Chicago, Illinois in particular. You remember an individual that Barack Obama had in a high-ranking cabinet member of his, Rod Emanuel. You remember Rod Emanuel eventually, before the Obama administration moved out, he resigned and came back to Chicago, evicted the people that was living in his house, even though they had a contract. You see what I'm saying? But this is what I want you to focus on now. Obama knew what he was doing when Rod Emanuel resigned from that position. He didn't resign for it because he wanted to. He resigned for it because him and the Obama administration, Democrats, you see what I'm saying? And I'm not talking about all Democrats, but Democrats already had a plan for Chicago. They had a plan to put Ron Emanuel in office. You see, the Dailies ran Chicago for years. The first Daily ran it from 1956 until he died in office in 76. His son got in there for years. You see what I'm saying? You remember they covered up? He covered up. The son covered up his nephew's murder when he hit a guy and knocked him out and killed him. But then another state's attorney came in and took it over, and they picked that case back up. That's what they do, cover up. Let's get back to Barack Obama. Some of you black folks heroes. Him and Michelle, y'all heroes. Saying if she run for office, y'all will vote for her. I wouldn't, because I know they don't care about what's going on in Chicago now. You follow what I'm saying? And I don't even think they really care about this. But I'm going to leave that alone. All you got to do is look at the family surroundings. But look at this here. Ron Emanuel come to Chicago, evict the people that was living in his house out, evicted them, ran for mayor, and who supported him? Obama. Then when he was getting ready to run again, who supported him? Ron Emanuel is the same mayor in Chicago that held that video back when that white police executed 17-year-old Laquan McDonald by shooting him 16 times in the back. And he said the guy was coming towards him, but then the camera showed the guy, he had a knife, but he wasn't threatening to nobody. He was running. He was running. And all them other police standing around and let him empty his gun on him. All of them had the same training, but now one of them pulled the pistol. But he only gets 6 years. But see, Ron Emanuel, y'all black hero, Barack Obama's man that he sent from the White House with a high-ranking job to running the city of Chicago, he held that video up until he got reelected. You see what I'm saying? Obama knew about what was going on with that video. All of them do. You see what I'm saying? But they didn't care because Laquan McDonald was a ward of the state. Y'all listen to what I'm saying. It may sound crazy to some of y'all, but if you a devoted Democrat, you gonna dismiss what I'm saying. But black folks with common sense, black folks that's tired of being misused by these Democrats and Republicans and these millionaires. Obama and them millionaires now. But let me tell you this here. Now, they released this video, then all of a sudden, after he re-elected, Ron Emanuel that is, he decided not to run for a third term. He didn't decide not to run for a third term because that's what he wanted to do. He knew Obama and some of the other Democrats with money, you see what I'm saying, that prey, that's P-R-E-Y, prey on the black community and the poor Spanish community and the poor white community. They prey on people like us to get our votes. They don't give a damn about all them killings in there. They don't care about that 12-year-old that just got shot in Hazel Crafts. They don't care about that 70-something-year-old lady that got hit by a hit and run. But let me show you how they look out for each other. Now, we know Obama had him, Ron Emanuel, in the White House, then had y'all to keep voting for him in Chicago as a mayor. Now, look what Barack Obama, former Vice President Biden is doing. Look at your news. Biden is deciding whether he gonna point this same man that tried to cover up this killing of Laquan McDonald, a 17-year-old black guy mentally ill by a white police officer. Biden is deciding whether he gonna appoint him to be the ambassador of China or Japan. Ain't that something? He can't find nobody else. That's how these individuals do. They give us these stimulus checks. I know we need them, but that's just a penny in the bucket that they giving us to pacify us. Like when I was younger, the Democrat used to give us blocks of cheese, and we was happy. You see what I'm saying? Why they making millions of dollars off of us. But if you don't wake up, you see what I'm saying? Hey, now, you don't wake up. I wouldn't be surprised if Biden get Donald Trump and get him a position in there. All these millionaires, don't think that they against each other. All of them helping each other. You see what I'm saying? And one thing about black folks, most of us, we can't come together on no common ground. A lot of them talk, they talk crazy. They say I'm talking crazy. But you see, some of you blacks that I grew up with, that's politicians that grew up in Cabrini Green, y'all ain't forgot where y'all came from. 51 of them city councilmen voted to give Quan McDonald and them family $5 million to hush up. $5 million for the lawsuit for the Quan McDonald being murdered by Chicago police. I grew up with some of them in Cabrini Green. I was in the penitentiary with one of them. You see what I'm saying? He don't give a damn. Y'all know what I'm talking about. He don't give a damn about Cabrini Green. He don't give a damn about blacks getting killed. All he care about is money. I see him on the news all the time. Him and some of them fake activists over there, them actors from Cabrini Green, that say they from Cabrini Green, doing the same thing. But why is he, out of all the people in the world, he find Ron Emanuel? You know why? Because that's their circle, y'all. You see what I'm saying? That's their circle. They don't care about us. Do you think they care about my son being hung in Carbondale? Hell, the leaders down here in Charleston, Missouri don't. But it's people in Carbondale that do. And it's shame to say, y'all, ain't nan white person in Carbondale came forward and said, I'm sorry to hear about your son. You know what I mean? What can we do? You see what I'm saying? What can we do? But that's who my son hung around on, white people. But I'm going to say this and try to end it. Remember Wednesday, January the 6th, 2021, what happened in the White House, y'all. It was a female who got killed trying to break into the White House. 19 years in the Air Force. She was pro-Trump. She didn't want him out of office. You see what I'm saying? But they took her life going in. She was breaking the law. Other military individuals, National Guard, state troopers, police, Washington, D.C. police, the black police been complaining about the racism there. While Obama was president, do you think Obama cared? He cared more about his dog Bo that just died on the 8th of May than he do about any of these black people getting killed in Chicago. If y'all think I'm lying, all you got to do is see with him and Michelle how many times they done came up for these killings up there. But they come up there to try to get Ron Emanuel and some of these other Democrats voted in. You see what I'm saying? But the table's going to turn one day like it did in South Africa. You remember how they was doing the blacks in South Africa? When they locked Nelson Mandela up for 27 years, the Bible, in Proverbs, the Bible talks about a slave becoming king. Tracy Chapman sung when Nelson Mandela was being released from prison after 27 years. Not because people like Barack Obama speaking up for him. It's because of people like us, little people. Little people spoke up. But guess what? Nelson Mandela, his prophecy of the Bible, he fulfilled the Bible when it said a slave become king. Nelson Mandela came president of a place that it was slim to none to be the president as a black man. It's going to happen here in the United States one day, and people like Barack Obama, Michelle, Joe Biden, Ron Emanuel, and some of you other sellout blacks and you white supremacists that's misusing blacks and other people, Tracy Chapman's song is talking about a revolution. She said, finally, the tables is about to turn, talking about a revolution. She said, poor people is going to rise up and get their share. She said, poor people gonna rise up and take what's there. Listen to that song talking about a revolution that was made in the 1980s by Tracy Chapman. People laughed at her dress. People laughed at the way she was dressed. People laughed at the way she played her guitar. But Tracy Chapman was making sense. Phil Collins even said it too. You see what I'm saying? Another day in paradise. But I'm going to end this here right now. Y'all wake up. They just arrested 3 military guys. Chicago, wake up. 3 military guys out of Tennessee. 2 of them about 22 years old and the other one 23 years old. From 2019 to 2021, they was buying guns from Tennessee, Kentucky, Oak Grove, and other places, bringing them to the city of Chicago, giving them to the gangs out in the streets where they killing up each other. Now they're arrested. You see what I'm saying? These is present military guys. And one of the 3 is being court-martialed for sexual assault. We know sexual assault's been happening in the military. I'm telling y'all this for a reason. You got white supremacists teaching their children at 10, 11 years old to go in the woods with AK-47s and learn how to kill. Not themselves, not other white people, but black folks. But here you is got black folks in the military, instead of trying to learn every aspect of the military and to be able to be prepared if they try to put us back into slavery. Some of them getting guns and taking them out and giving it to my other blacks. They said since from 2019 to 2021, these 3 guys had a gun ring going, and they brought at least 91 guns into Chicago. In the last 3 months, 51 of them, and then one of these last mass shootings, a lot of them guns was found and was traced back to these individuals buying them out of federal military places where only military people can buy. You see what I'm saying? So, you know, you got to be careful, y'all. We got our own. You see what I'm saying? God has blessed them to be in the military, and they take what they doing in the military to the criminal level. Not to fight white supremacists, but to kill each other. You got police doing that too, y'all. Not all, some. You look at Charleston, Missouri, Mississippi County where I live at, population 5,947 people. 51% black. That's according to the census in 2010. Probably more than that. 1 black police. No black sheriff deputies. You take Carbondale, Illinois. No black police. But one thing about Carbondale, Illinois, me and my 2 youngest daughters was able to go there, and we seen people that's looking for change. Not only looking for change, they making change. And one of the brothers that spoke, if you look at my YouTube, he knew where I was coming from. He said, the Boot Hill is a racist place that ran by white supremacists. Southern Illinois is the same thing. But if you ain't no racist, if you ain't no white supremacist, if you ain't no black sellout, this shouldn't bother you. But see, once my voice is gone, and all the other people's voices is gone that's trying to talk up for some of you blacks, that's listening to some of these leaders that all they doing is filling their pockets. They wouldn't be satisfied with this 2006 Chevy Suburban or that 2003 Crown Victoria, because that's trash to them, but it's treasure to me and my 2 daughters, because it get us from point A to Z. And I'm telling y'all this for a reason. Wake up. Look at all them murders in Chicago. How many percentage do you think it is white? How many percentage do you think it is rich people? How many percentage do you think that they gonna solve them murders? How many of y'all think that they would have been by now had a death certificate for my son who was found hung in Carbondale, Illinois on March the 19th, 2021? They would have had a death certificate by now, and it would have been what they said. Some of them said suicide. But I got on my nationwide YouTube video and said I don't see it being happening. Now it's a death investigation. If you see what I did yesterday with my investigation over there down the street in the 900 block of Sycamore, where my son got shot last year, where my son's clothes was found in one area on Sycamore, and around the corner his body was found on Oakland Street. I want y'all to see something, y'all. When I was investigating, this guy told me, and when I asked him, did he know my son? Oh, yeah, that's my friend. Some guy named Brent. That's my friend. You see what I'm saying? When last time you seen him? Oh, it's been a while. Couldn't have been a while because he wasn't too long over there in March, the same year he was found dead. You see what I'm saying? Then, do you know Joker? Yeah, I know Joker. Think his name Jeff. The police been over to talk to you? No, did the police talk to you? Well, no, I wasn't here, but they was over when they came over here looking for me. But they came over there looking for him, I don't know when. You see what I'm saying? It had to be after the 25th, because that's when they start trying to call themselves investigating now, because they had it as suicide until me and my daughters and other people got to speaking up. But why ain't they been back over there and found this guy like I found him? You see, if they don't find out who murdered my son, you can believe Raymond Lewis Ivy will. Y'all wake up. Think about what I'm telling y'all. You know, I ain't telling you to leave your Democratic Party, but get you some more leaders. Barack Obama and Michelle, they got what they want. A 17-point-something million home in Martha's Vineyard. You see what I'm saying? In Massachusetts. All you got to do is, you know, look at them daughters, see if they running with anything like this here or dating. I'm going to leave that alone. Peace be still.